Yo, what's up, guys? Yo. Welcome to Sunday Sesh. Coming to you guys a little later than usual, but still coming live as always. Oh man, it's been a crazy day trying to get prepared for this big upcoming week. Sunday session is the day where we kind of review what has happened over the past week. But today is going to be a little bit more special because we're reviewing what has happened over the last month. Guys, we finished the virtual REI rundown. If you missed any of that, it's on the YouTube channel. You probably can even catch some of the IG lives if you go to, or the IG TV thing. If you go to Instagram, they're all right there too. But guys, we literally talked about building a business from scratch virtually, like how to do that. I know the virtual REI rundown was 30 days of just information. And hopefully you were taking action on it. Again, if you missed any of those things, go back. Because it's sequential. Everything was in sequence, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way through, right? We talked about lead gen, acquisition, disposition, admin, all that stuff, and then putting it all together. It was 30 days jam-packed worth of stuff. And that's kind of the basis of this whole Zero to Hero challenge that we've been doing. So if you missed that, we'll talk about that briefly here on this show too. But hopefully you guys are doing well. I know it's later in the afternoon. Pace and Cody are about to hop on for Sunday service, so I won't keep you guys near that long, so you can make sure to make it over to that live. But anyways, without further ado, that was a virtual REI rundown. Hopefully you guys missed it, or didn't miss it. If you did, go back and watch the videos. Kyle says 30 days of gold, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. That's awesome. So go back and check that out if you missed it. I want to talk briefly today about kind of what's happened over the last month in June for our personal real estate business, some changes that we've made with what's happening in this ever-changing REI space. And I will just tell you guys some of the stuff that I highly recommend you start doing and you start preparing for, as things continue to move. Like everything's always changing, right? So right now, the biggest change that has happened over the last month and a half or so is carriers like Verizon, AT&T has made it really hard to reach folks with SMS. So we knew this was coming. We started preparing back in late April, first week of May. So not that long ago, but we started preparing with getting our direct mail campaign set up. So we spent quite a bit of money on direct mail. We are currently, I think our monthly budget is $9,500 and $9,500 and like 36 cents or something like that. But that's our monthly budget on that. And we did get our first deal with direct mail. So that helps, right? And we got plenty of leads too to continue to work until, I think we had to pay again in like a week and a half. So we'll see what our actual number is. Hopefully with that kind of spend, we can get 2 deals from that. So that's just some of the changes that we've seen we're making with direct mail. We're gaining with PPC. So, it just makes sense. As there are more regulations being put into play, you guys should be doubling down, tripling down. If you don't have the budget yet to do those sorts of things, you should be doing everything you can right now to reach your prospects over the phone, right? Cold calling. If you can still send some SMS, some still get delivered, do it. But idea is, and the understanding is, you see the writing on the wall, cold calling will be around, right? But a lot of people just suck at cold calling. I think this whole SMS thing really exposed some businesses from folks that did not have cold calling figured out, right? But that'll be around. And this is one of the main things I talk about. Cold calling for us is our best lead source. So if you just watch the stuff I talk about, if you do implement the things that I tell you guys to implement, set up your tools the way I say to do it, there's no reason why you should have issues with that. Okay. So that is that. That is the changes that we're making on the marketing side, but I also want to tell you guys what the next year would look like as we're looking ahead of what's happening. And, with these changes in marketing, right? We see some states that are kind of cracking down and getting a little bit tougher on wholesaling, right? The assignments of contracts, like it'll be a thing, But I just want you guys to be prepared and say, let's look ahead. How can I hedge against any sort of risk? How can I create this business and make this business and keep it in a place where I'm comfortable and I'm safe, right? Like, how can I make sure that my business is set up for the future? We talked about branding during the virtual REI rundown, right? Customer service, putting customers first. But ultimately, guys, having the capital, having access to private money to be able to take down your deals is going to be a game changer, right? Because you figure out this thing of, yes, I can source deals. Yes, I can find opportunities. But if you can get access to money, then you don't have to worry about anything that happens in the wholesale world. You don't have to worry about, what if wholesaling is no longer a thing, right? If you can start right now and be future forward and think, okay, how can I get access to a ridiculous amount of capital, private money, whatever that may be, so you can start taking down your deals? Number one, buying deals and relisting them is going to be, that's going to basically cut out the middleman to dispo. So if you get the power to do that, then the world is yours, right? You think about some of these places, some of these folks who just dispo properties. They're the middleman. What happens when that's no longer a thing, right? If you can have the power to take down deals, if you can have the ability to buy properties and just sell them, because what's the best way to dispo a property? Putting it on the market, right? So everyone can see it. So it's no longer selling it to a small list of cash buyers. You can sell it to everybody, right? So I just want you guys to think right now, as you start to build your business or you're thinking about getting into real estate, it's no perfect time to get in other than right now. You should be getting in. You should be taking action. You should be trying to get this thing started. But as you start to build your business, start working and finding relationships with folks who have money. You say, this is what I do. I source off-market properties, right? Would you be interested in ever working together on some of these off-market properties? So I guarantee there's so many people out there that will love the opportunity to invest in some properties with you. So if you get access to that, the world's yours. So I just want you guys to be prepared for that. Okay. I was just thinking about that this morning. I'm like, I think that's definitely something we should talk about. So did you guys start building your business, building these relationships as well? Okay. Now, this past week, we were doing something called the Zero to Hero Challenge. I know a lot of you guys did not make it or couldn't get into the actual live session, which is totally cool, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It sucks that you can't be there, but we're doing some really cool stuff. We're doing some really awesome stuff. We're building a business from scratch, guys, and we're documenting the whole thing. So first week was really a bunch of system stuff, and I hate for the folks that are watching us live, it's going to be kind of boring this coming week because only thing we're going to be doing is talking to sellers and calling and getting leads, right? And trying to get deals done. So less on the entertainment side, more on the nitty gritty. We're getting to work. So I can't wait for this coming week. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be a really, really big week because we're going to be pushing to get a contract this coming week because we only have 3 weeks to get this done. So this whole Zero to Hero challenge is, hey, over 3 weeks, we're going to build a business from scratch. And when I say business from scratch, like the whole thing, right? LLC, marketing, VAs, campaign setup, CRM setup, everything in the inner workings of an entire business set up. And that was all done within the first week, working 3 hours a day. So 15 hours of work, right? And there was a lot of that was just us talking to the audience saying, hey, here's a recap. So really it was like 2.5 hours of work a day times 5. So really it was like 12.5 hours of work, which is crazy. So a lot of folks are like, dude, they've been trying to get in this business for so long and haven't taken any action. Literally in 12 hours in a week, we're able to set up an entire business and we already have leads coming in, right? So that's the purpose of this challenge. So this coming week, we're building on that. We're going to be working leads. We already have an appointment set for Monday to call live. All these recordings are going to be available to everyone. If you go to ZeroToHeroREI.com, join the waiting list, you'll get access to the stuff when we're done, right? You'll be the first in line to have the opportunity to get access to it. Okay. ZeroToHeroREI.com. ZeroToHeroREI.com. Join the waiting list. Cool. We're also thinking about doing some sort of giveaway. So like if you guys, I don't know what the thing is yet. I was talking to Pace. I'm like, we want to find some way to get more people in to the waiting list. We want to find some way to get more people there to have access to these recordings when we're done. Because look, I know without a shadow of a doubt, this is going to change people's lives. The challenge is going to change everything. We're seeing it from the folks that are watching it. It's going to change everything. So how can we impact more folks? How can we get more people to see this thing? So we're thinking about doing some sort of giveaway, or maybe a giveaway to everyone who does, like, hey, if you share it with 3 friends, we'll give you access to a certain, like a list of data, or we'll help you with something. Like, we're not sure yet, but just stay tuned on that. But if you haven't already signed up, go to zerotoherorei.com. We're doing some really cool things over there, guys. So this is the end of the month. This is June. What's the day? June 27th? Yeah. June 27th. So it's been a crazy month. Since May. Cody and I had a mastermind that lasted a week. Pace had his mastermind that was like 3 days, and we had people come in, and it ended up being like 4 days. It was a ton of fun. And then heading right into June, like the first week of June, Cody and I had to go to Miami to a mastermind. So this month, really the last couple months, has been absolutely insane. But mostly in June, I had to realize, like, dude, there's a lot of things that I thought was solid in my business that weren't solid. As far as like, oh yeah, all that's delegated, have leaders in the right places. I can leave. I can go to these masterminds. We can go to Miami for a week or two, and everything's still going to be humming along. But it wasn't the case. So there's this book called Clockwork by Michael Michalowicz. And in the book, he talks about, well, if you want to get your business to run like clockwork, you need to test it, right? You need to see, like, go be gone for a week, go be gone for 2 weeks, and see when you come back, what does your business look like? And if you have fires everywhere, then you know where you need to start. So I think that was the insight. That was the wisdom of this past month, was when I left, I didn't abdicate everything. I was still working in the afternoon, some just plugging away, but not near as much as what I do when I'm home. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of holes in the boat that I need to fill. So with working diligently, we have a full-time sales rep in Washington here that's working with our VA team. He's doing really good. We just hired a full-time dispo rep here. She actually starts tomorrow. And looking at the business, like, okay, we got some deals. We got, some pretty big assignments too. So the business did, like, of course we still made money and it was still doing its thing. But I realized that I really need to either, number one, I need to be a better leader and empower folks to be better leaders themselves, or I need to find better people for the seats. So sometimes, guys, that's okay. As you build your businesses, like, I highly recommend Clockwork to anyone who wants to build an automated business, because you do things like this and you test it out. It's like, okay, if I can't leave and the business still run, then I don't have a business. I have a job, right? So how, and then like I go and I do these things and I realize, like, okay, here's some things I need to fix. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to have a better leadership within my VA team. I need to split up my departments. This was some of my biggest takeaways over June. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, sales department, like, I can't hold their hands anymore. They got to be able to do their own thing, right? And empowering leaders within that department was really big, which we've been able to do now. And I would only come to that conclusion, right? Otherwise, I'm just hitting my head against the wall. I come to that conclusion when I test it out. So I'm glad I did, but ultimately it was not pretty what I came back to. So, and that's totally cool. So I feel like when we come live, like, I can be transparent with you guys. That's the purpose of, business. Like, sometimes we got to learn, we got to do these things, and we got to figure it out. And make no mistake, we're very much figuring things out every single day, right? So that's okay if you feel like you're still figuring out in your business, because that's all it is. We're always tweaking. We're always changing things. So June was a very productive month as far as traveling and new relationships and new direction with, businesses, and some things that we're going to be implementing as far as like our media is concerned, and like so many cool things. Like, we started the Zero to Hero challenge, and, so much good, but also some really good perspective of how we can make our business better. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm always down to get some perspective on how I can make my business better, or how I can be better, right? So don't be afraid to do things like that. So that was June in a nutshell. Looking up into July, if you guys are in the Phoenix market and you JV deals with us, if you've done a deal with us over the last 12 months, we're going to start promoting our event. It's going to be July 24th. Yes, July 24th is a Saturday. So July 24th, we're going to be having a JV event for anyone who's JV to deal with us over the last 24 months. Over the last 12 months. July 24th. If you JV to deal with us in the last 12 months, we're going to have just like a JV appreciation event. It's going to be dope. I believe we're going to be doing that at Main Event or Dave and Buster's, one of the two. Main Event's dope because you got like arcade games, you have pool, you have bowling, you have laser tag, all kind of stuff. So I'm leaning towards Main Event, but when we go to promote it, we'll have an actual place, booked out, and we'll have enough room for everybody. So if you're in the Phoenix market and you JV deals with us, like, we'd love to have you out. If you're not in the JV market and you want to fly out and hang out with us, that's going to be July 24th. Nick, I don't know if you guys know Nick Newling, but Nick does basically all of our JV stuff. He calls sellers every single day. It's called the Nick at Night. He calls sellers and he helps fellow sub 2 students. He helps them close their deals. Well, we see clearly there's a lot of folks here in Phoenix in the local market that need help with their leads. They need help closing their deals. So on July 25th, so the next day, we're going to be doing this every month. So the JV appreciation will probably be once a quarter. So this would be, I guess, the one for the end of Q2, and we'll probably have one towards the end of Q3. So the one that I'm going to be doing with Nick is we're going to do it every month, but this particular month in July, it's going to be July 25th. It's going to be called Coffee for Closers. So if you're in the local market here in Phoenix, you have leads, you need help closing your deals, bring your leads, bring a notepad, and come hang out with us. That's a Sunday morning. Okay. Sunday morning at 8 a.m. We're going to promote this. We'll have you guys sign up. But it'll be a Sunday morning at 8 a.m. You'll be bringing your leads, bringing a notebook so you can take some notes. And we're going to basically be creating this awesome thing for just collaboration. We're actually getting stuff done. So we're going to help you call your leads. If you need help calling your leads, we can help you with strategy. We can help you with follow-up. We can help you with your systems, anything in your business to help you. That'll be Sunday from 8, and we'll probably do it for 2 hours, like 8 to 10 a.m. And we'll be helping you with your leads. So I'll be looking forward to that one. It's the first time we're going to be doing this. And then moving forward, we'll be doing it every single month. Nick and I will be doing this with you guys. So again, we're going to promote both of these events and have you guys, if you're locally here in Phoenix or you want to fly out and hang out with us, we'll promote it so you guys can sign up because I'm sure there's a limited capacity for how many folks we can have join us. But it'll be a ton of fun. So that's coming in July, as well as I think I have another mastermind to go to right thereafter, the 26th and 27th. So a lot of stuff. It's going to be a busy month, and we got to finish off the Zero to Hero challenge. So yeah, Zero to Hero will be finishing in July and all these physical events. So we'd love to see you guys out. If you want to be a part of that, put like a hell yeah in the chat. If you're on YouTube, hell yeah. Facebook, hell yeah. Instagram, hell yeah, definitely. If you guys want to come to these events, it's going to be a ton of fun. And then, this is so long-winded. We finished the Zero to Hero challenge. Those are the events. We will be packaging together. We will have the Zero to Hero REI recordings ready by the first week of August. So it won't be ready in July, but by the first week of August, they should be ready to rock and roll. Right? So that's going to be awesome. Everything that we've done over the 3 weeks of this challenge, this is week 2, everything that we're doing in this will be ready by August 1st because we'll have our media team kind of chop it up and take the best part so you guys aren't listening to like, oh yeah, hang on, let me pull up my screen recording. Okay, yeah, let me call this. Like, you guys actually get the good stuff and it saves you a bunch of time. So that's going to be awesome. In August, dude, we have so much going on. Like, I'm excited because this is going to be, I feel like heading into, so this June is over. So Q2 is over. We're heading into Q3 and Q4. We got to finish the month off strong, the year off strong. So we have 2 quarters left of this year before it's 2022. What can we do? What can we do between now and the end of the year? I don't know about you guys. We should make some shit happen, right? So I'm excited. July is going to be one of those months where we're really turning the page and making some stuff happen. So Zero to Hero will be finishing up. We have those in-person events. And if you're a client of Start Virtual, if you guys are a client of Start Virtual in here, or if you're on Instagram, if you're a client of Start Virtual, let's put like a peace sign. If you're a client of Start Virtual, peace sign. Thank you guys. We're going to be offering a couple new things. We know that a lot of you guys are needing help with setting up the dialers. You're needing a lot of help with monitoring the dialer, making sure it's working properly, monitoring your data, know when to switch your data, how to pull that data, formatting it for call tools if you're not using batch dialer. So there's so much stuff there. We're going to be offering a really cool thing for All Start Virtual clients who want help with that. It's not a full-time VA because you don't need a full-time VA to monitor that, but it's a big thing that is your responsibility as a business owner that takes a lot of time. So we want to solve that problem for you. So we're excited for that, as well as bookkeeping. Bookkeeping will finally be ready by August 1st. So if you're a small business, you need help with your books. If you're not keeping your books, we're going to have a super duper affordable option to help you manage your books with one of our best, the person who actually manages our books. They're going to be working with them to make sure it's done properly. You're going to love it. It's going to be affordable. It's going to be great. That's the first week of August. So guys, we've been working on a lot of stuff and I'm just excited. I love coming here live. I love doing these Sunday sessions. We're doing so many things in this space because we want to help. We want to work with you. If you haven't done a deal yet, I know how important it is to get that first deal. Because the first deal I made, when I got that, and you guys can check on Pace's page, if you scroll down to 2019 on his page, that would probably take forever. But there's a picture of me holding my check up. And the check was great. I made good money. I made 12 grand on my first deal, right? From door knocking pre-foreclosures. But the money didn't matter. Money was great. I was like, hell yeah. But to be honest with you, it was already kind of spent, right? I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this list and I'm going to get this, that, whatever. But it was the paradigm shift of, oh my God, the actions I took to get this $12,000, I could do it again. And guess what? I will never lose. I'm not going to lose the skills that I gained over that point in time to make that 12 grand, right? Because I learned a lot of stuff. I messed up a bunch. I knocked on doors and I was super duper nervous. I got cussed at. I got, people telling me hell no, all kind of stuff, right? Which, that isn't that bad, but I overcame a lot of my own internal fears, nervousness, uncertainty, right? Imposter syndrome, so much stuff over that period of time of getting to that first deal, knocking on all those doors. And by the time I got that first signed contract, I was a completely different person. Right. And then I realized that, man, that check meant way more to me than any money could ever mean to me. Because I learned a lot. I gained a lot of skills, but I also proved to myself that I was serious about this. I proved to myself that I'm going to make this happen. So if you guys haven't gotten there yet, or you haven't made a single dime, or maybe you made just a little bit on this business, you still have people in your ear saying, go get a real job or go do something else. This doesn't work. This is a scam, whatever. Right. That changes everything because all of a sudden you have something physical and you're like, hey, look at this. Right. Look at what I got. This is real and I'm serious about it. And this is what I'm going to do. And from there, guys, I haven't looked back. I haven't gotten a real job. Everybody in my family said, oh, you should go back to college, right? You should go get, my dad told me I should go work for the police department 4 years ago. Right. Never, ever, ever. It's dude, that tells you how much. Right. So it's come on, this check meant everything to me and it changed everything for me. And I know it will for you guys too. So everything that we do, the Zero to Hero Challenge, these meetups, these appreciation events, these coffee for closers, whatever, all this stuff is geared towards how can I get someone else to have that similar feeling? How can I get someone to see that this can be real for them? Because I want it to be real for you guys. So let's make it happen. What do you say? Let's do it together. Let's finish strong. Let's have a good, not just a good, let's have a great second half of this year. Let's do this thing. So guys, thank you for coming hanging out with me for Sunday session. Instagram, I see you. I appreciate you all. YouTube, Facebook, Kyle, I appreciate you, brother. Let's make it happen. Let's get that deal, man. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out as always. I'll let you hop over to Sunday service. But this was my version of Sunday session. And I appreciate you guys as always. This week, we're going to be doing live calls with my sales team. at 11:30 Arizona time. Be sure, do not miss it. Our sales team in our real estate business can be hopping on with me, calling sellers, and you guys can hear how they negotiate, how they talk to sellers to get people to the point, to the finish line, to get signed deals. That's what it's all about. So again, going back to how can I show you this is real? I can't do anything more than that other than giving you real stuff, right? So hopefully you guys get some value from it. That's all I'm saying. If you haven't already, head over to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe. That's where it's going to be. But I appreciate you guys as always. Have a wonderful Sunday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.